Tear Bear, tearing up my heart. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing amazing. I think it's time for us to take a little trip.
A little trip across the pond?
Yes, we're going to Barcelona, baby.
Ooh, I'm ready.
Okay, we're not really going to Barcelona, but our guest, Beth Thompson, is in Barcelona right now. And I'm really excited. It's been a while since we had a guest on, and she is a social pro. So I have had the pleasure of working with her on the monthly for the last year and a half. And I'm excited for you to hear from her because it's not all rainbows and strawberries and frolicking in the woods.
Yeah, this is a real conversation you guys are gonna kind of come into, and you might be like, huh, why are we talking about this? You need to hear it.
Mm-hmm. You do. You need to hear it. Beth, who has, you'll hear her, you'll hear about her. Just listen. I'm not even, I was going to tell you what she did, but she'll tell you all that, what she's gone through. But I think the big message in there is finding joy and finding yourself, even through hard times as a network marketer. So
Mhm.
without further ado, shall we dive in?
Let's do it.
Taryn, we have a special guest, Beth here. Beth Thompson, it's so good to see you. How are you?
Hi, I am doing so rad. It's a great day. How about yourself? How are y'all?
Doing pretty well. I just remembered you were the only person who ever uses the word rad, and I love it.
It should come back.
We're making a
Bring it
comeback.
back.
It's like the
Bring it
90s.
back. I
The
always,
night,
this
Jesse
is
is
a
back.
fun fact about me, guys. Anytime I talk to someone for a long time, I like develop how they say things. I don't know, weird little thing about me. So maybe by the end of this episode, I'll be like, oh, so rad.
yes, do it. The 90s clothes are coming back. I've not stopped using rad since being a little tyke from SoCal. So bring it back. Let's go.
And by the way, I think that's a projector thing that you do that. You're taking on their auras, just a sidebar.
Mm.
So Beth, we want to hear all things about you. And I don't want to start at the end, but I do think we need to mention like where in the world is Beth San Diego right now?
Right now, currently, I am in Barcelona, Spain, but literally not even for 18 more hours until I float off to the next spot.
Amazing. Amazing. That's not where you were where I met you. And I think this is important to tell your story because we forget that direct sellers, social sellers are all very different. And sometimes I think they get tied into certain boxes of living in a small town, or I came from this corporate job and now I'm here, or I'm a mom. And you're none of those things.
Nope, not at all. And it's interesting to see like where I've come because like in my little mind, I'm a planner. I like to plan. And this is not where I would have ever planned or thought I would have been, especially a year ago, a year and a half ago, like coming out of pandemic and everything. But I had such high hopes for last year and it was pretty itch, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And so coming out from there, it's interesting to see where life takes you. Like you have this plan. It's almost like that saying, like you make a plan and God laughs at you. Oof.
Mm-hmm. He was laughing. He was laughing. It's been a honor to see you go on this journey that has not been the easiest journey, but you seem to have found joy in all of it. So let's start at wherever you want to start at the beginning of your journey. And I don't know how much you're able to tell us, but talk to us.
Yeah. So I guess let's start with the end in mind with joy, and then I'll like work back and kind of like where we are now. So I started a year word of the year last year, and I was like gung ho and like really for it. And then wah, wah, wah. So this year, my word is joy, which has been really nice. I mean, granted, it's only February, almost March, but like first 2 months going strong with joy because last year lacked so much joy for me. I started in back in a job that I was in pre-pandemic, and it was awful, awful, like negative environment, pretty toxic workplace, not the greatest of coworkers, and it like tore me down. Like it's interesting to see, like last year I had all these big plans. Like I wanted to get like 5 customers a month. I was like doing great in my business. I had the best like November and December. Come January, I'm super excited to like start back at like work again, like what I wanted to do. And bam, crash and burn. And so it's super interesting like to see that, because I feel like for me, like I had all these like great grandiose plans. I won't even say like fantasy, but like I was like, okay, look, we're on target. Like we did this. Okay, now
Yeah.
let's just move forward. Boom. Not one bit of that happened.
Yeah, and that's a good point because you were. I mean, you and I started working together in pro the fall before last year. So 2021 fall. I think that's right. And you were on Zoom, like up, 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 up. Everyone was like, dang, the numbers. And you were tracking your numbers using the business bundle tracker, numbers track, customers coming in, samples rocking, all the things. And then you hit a brick wall.
Yeah. Hit a brick wall and went through trauma, like have some PTSD from it, and literally like threw me off course. And so literally from like June, July of 2022 through pretty much to like January, I was literally just trying to survive. Like didn't want to like get on social media, did not want to be social, wasn't like happy and like was not like, and I didn't want to be fake to my social media. And as much as like I'm bubbly and like hi, like I'm pretty introverted, and so like I don't want to like, I'm pretty private and I don't want to like spew everything out on social media. And so I didn't feel authentic going on there, but I didn't want people to know what I was going through either, because I was still going through it and trying to process that. And it's just super interesting how the journey went, and not really in my opinion, but like how long it took me to like get out of that funk and like kind of get to Stella got her groove back.
Can I ask kind of, I'm trying to picture like what happened here without specifics or details, like what derailed you a little? Was it like this job that completely derailed you and changed the trajectory? Did something in the company change?
No,
What kind of spun you
the
around?
the 9 to 5 job, literally, like I had so much fun and joy like doing that. Like I toured the world with it before pandemic, and then had to pull up my boots, right? Figure something else out, did something else during pandemic. And then I'm in the entertainment area. I used to work for a circus. And so then boom, I get like a job and can travel the world again. Oh my God, amazing. Super excited. Let's go. Like new places to see. And then literally not what I've experienced in the past with the circus, and also like what I was expecting to experience with it. And so like the 9 to 5, not that we worked those hours, but like totally derailed my life. Like stress, anxious, I would say associated like depression with it. Like just literally I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't eating, like literally like not myself, no energy, just super negative environment.
Yeah. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. And it sounds like it just took all the life, even from the joy that you were finding in your business. You found this really good groove and it was like, you're done.
Yeah. And like little things, like I believe in like gratitude and stuff like that. And I think joy is very different than gratitude. Like I think I also learned, I forgot how to have fun like growing up, and I wasn't, it's really still hard for me to fail. I'm a recovering people pleaser and perfectionist. And so like that was ingrained in me from like little, like you do this and you do it until it's perfect and then you present it. And so for me to have fun now and like joy and like things has been really rad, but also like, yeah, little things in the 9 to 5 that I used to love, like that even still couldn't make up for like the negativity that I was experiencing. And like the business was awesome, and the community around like my Green Compass and CBD business has been fantastic, and they've been there, but it just wasn't enough. Like I had to like focus on myself first, which is like good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there. And I think I want to go into that because the things that you just said and experience, I think people experience that all the time. And I literally had a conversation with another direct seller just last week about 9 to 5 toxic work environment. And as a result, just really struggling with the fact that the what to do now, like what to do now. And y'all, sorry, I'm at the hair salon. But like what, because as a result, her business, her network marketing business, and the fact that she loves that has just, you're only one person, right? And so the energy that you put out, if it's getting just squashed in one spot, you can't expect to give your full self to anything else. So I guess my question for you, for someone listening to it going, gosh, I'm going through that right now. And it could be work, it could be something in their personal life that's just really stopping them from doing their network marketing business because authenticity is so important. Like, what did you do to get through it?
Yeah, I filled myself up first. I had to learn to give myself a lot of grace. And I was pretty lucky. My business sustained pretty much through July of last year. And then, of course, it tanked because I literally pretty much did nothing for it, which is understandable. I didn't do the work. So I was like super, like every month I was like, wow, I'm still doing okay. Wow, still doing okay. And then what, which is fine. Like I would expected it much earlier on. And so I would say put yourself first. It's hard to do, especially with like hustle culture. And as women, not that men don't put themselves first either, but as women, like you always usually have to take care of everything and everybody else. And I'm not a mom or teacher or people in the healthcare. I am in the healthcare, but not in like the environment. And you usually put yourself last. And so really you have to put yourself first. And I just allowed myself to go on social media when I felt social or when I did have like a burst of energy. And then I just didn't. And I know they say on social media, like show all sides so they know you're a real human. And I'm still working on that. But I also wasn't, because I was processing. So I think giving yourself grace and just showing up when you have the energy and then not. And I know for social media, you're supposed to show all facets of like vulnerability. And I just wasn't there yet. So I had to process and get through what I was going through, which now I feel I'm at that point in order to authentically show up as myself and also not be triggered by it. And like, I ruminate and overthink a lot, which is why CBD helps me so much, is because then I can not do that and not go in a spiral or like stop getting further down in like the anxiety and the depression at that time. And now I can fully show up as myself and enjoy and experience all facets of life instead of just like, okay, let's just make it through the day. You made it one day. Good job. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm going to back up a little bit to like the not showing up on social media and letting that be okay, because I recently took a little bit of a hiatus from social and I wasn't really planning on it, but we had a lot going on in our lives and I just didn't want to show up. I tried and I would say stuff and it wasn't coming out right. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to post. I'm not going to do it. And the fear behind us not showing up feels like we're going to lose everything and lose the traction that we've made. And in my personal experience, I kind of started showing back up and people were there applauding. They didn't notice I was gone. They're doing their own lives. And then I jumped back in when I felt like I was at a good place to then be able to consistently do it again. So it's totally okay to not be consistent, even though that's what we say all the time. You know, there's some times where take the break, right?
Yeah. And also like what is consistent? Like, okay, Roxanne's rocking it, right? With her workouts and stuff. But like, if I wasn't working out at that time, except like going for walks in nature, but if I did it once a week and I was not doing it before, isn't that consistent? So I think also giving yourself grace on that, like, so you didn't show up for 1 week or however long you, right, Taryn? Like, but you've been consistent every day. Like, allow yourself that time, like you said, and like it's consistent because you're going to keep doing what you know how to do from before, but you gave yourself time and space to do what you want and to be on social media again, how you want to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Like, I want to really hope people hear that message right there. Like, give yourself a little grace there. So I appreciate you bringing that up. Question is, what are some things that you did to get yourself back? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so joy. It's so funny because like I'm trying to have fun. So in January, I was like, gung ho, joy is my word. This is what we're gonna do. And I like not planned, but plan. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take French lessons. I want to learn French. I want my colors done. I got my colors done with color analysis. I like want to learn piano. I'm gonna do this. I want to work out more. So I got like this app with La Sweat TV, and I like did all these things. And then I was like not consistent with any of them. And because I was like bouncing ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, ooh, whoa. And then I was like kind of like judging myself, being like, well, you're not, what are you doing? Like, you're not having fun. You're not enjoying. You didn't do French this week. You didn't do this week. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. This is supposed to be fun and joyful. So then I've done these things and like literally things I've wanted to do and learn, and like going out in nature has really been helpful for me. But also like now I'm trying to take it month by month. So what do I want to do? What sounds fun? What sounds like exciting and joyful? And then going for that, and like not trying to pack everything in and be like, well, I have to have fun, which has been very interesting process in 2 months.
You know, what's interesting is that's so true. Like when we demand fun, we can make fun unfun. We schedule it. So, but I love that you decided, but you made a conscious decision. Okay, I'm going to look and search for the joy. I'm going to search for the fun. There's something else you did though before that. Yeah. I mean, not to put words in your mouth, but I'm going to say you allowed, it's almost like you trusted, you didn't try and control the process.
Yeah, like I let go of my end result of what I wanted life to look like. And now I'm just kind of like allowing and letting flow happen. I also have a lot more trust and faith in myself that it will happen. Like, okay, it didn't turn out this way. Maybe that was the kick in the pants I needed to go and reroute and change and take this path in the fork, which has been super interesting and like coming about. And so learning to let go and not control everything, which I didn't think I did, but I did a lot, has been nice, just to allow flow. I've been getting into human design, and I'm a projector, if some of you know about that, because they like talk about it. But flow is a big thing, and like intuition for me, like, what do you want to do today? I've been like trying to be like, what do you want to do today? Like, oh, I love coffee. Let's go find a coffee place. And then I'll like search, and then I'll go. I'm like, yeah, that sounds good. Let's go. Or like, I would like literally be like wandering Barcelona and like, do I want to take that path? No. Okay. And like literally just trying to like, no sense to it, no reason why. I'm like, why don't I want to go that way? Nope, we're going this way. And just trying to allow flow and trust into the process. You're right. Like it's interesting to get to that point, but it's a fun place to be, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. I think that like there's good balance, and I'm relating to you because I'm going to plan it out and I'm going to do all these things. And that defeats the purpose of planning. The planning is supposed to give you a little bit of a structure to then have freedom in your day. But if you're like me, I take it to the way extreme, then I like have to plan in my fun, and then it's not fun. I take it too far.
That's exactly like what it was like before. Like in January, there was like a week. I'm like, okay, I have to plan in my fun. Like, we're going to have fun today. I'm like, this does not sound fun, but we're going to have fun today. So like, I totally relate. Like, okay, I've scheduled to like, so I can be on time. And like, that's just how I live my life, is like by a schedule. schedule. Now it's a very different way to live.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I love that
Is
your
that really?
projector. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Roxanne.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I love that you're a projector, and I want to hear. So projectors tend to mean we don't have as much energy as the rest of the world. So how are
Yes.
you handling now that you know that information, like working, side hustle? Where are you at with that?
Yeah. What's super interesting is, I don't know when I lost this, but I feel like I lost this as well. I used to love naps, like napping in the afternoon, especially in college. I was like 2 to 5. That is like my perfect nap time. Like I can fall asleep in a heartbeat, and literally I would probably sleep 3 hours.
Same.
And at some point, yeah. And at some point I lost it, whether it was like hustle, 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 go, go, go. Like you're lazy if you nap. I was like, oh, okay. And now napping, it's slowly getting back to like, okay, I can fall asleep and I'll nap. So I'm getting there, but like realizing that we don't have the energy that others have has been eye-opening. And I'm trying to take that and be like, no, even like walking with people. Like I try to go at my own pace now. And I'm like, because usually before I'd like hustle and I'm like, why are they walking so fast? And I like have to keep up. And I'm like, no, I don't feel like doing that now. So I'll, like kind of like go at my own pace, which is nice. But like it's interesting to see and feel the energy around and not have it, which I wasn't very aware of before.
Yeah. Same. I am a projector. And when I heard, there was this one sentence that still sticks in my head. Projectors are only supposed to work 3 hours a day. What? How am I going to get anything done? I work 8 to 10 hours a day. I am constantly doing stuff. But when I stepped back and looked, so maybe I was working 8 hours, but I was probably only productive for about 3. I'm like, oh, dang it.
Yeah. And like, I would be interested because you're a mom as well. Like you can't really turn that off. You're a mom all the time, 24/7. And especially now that you're homeschooling your kids, like,
Yeah.
how do you find that going? Like, where are you getting your energy for that?
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know the answer quite yet, but I'm finding like what energizes me, what doesn't. And I'm actually putting limits on myself because I will keep going. And when I put limits, when I have that deadline, I just snap it out. And then guess what? It will wait until tomorrow. And that is okay.
All right, I have a couple questions. Beth, since you're a projector, those who are in network marketing that discover their projectors, what's your piece of advice for them to be successful in their business?
Oh, I think, and this is hard to learn because I'm still learning it right now. Follow yourself. It's very interesting to see network marketing as it is and see all these people do, go, 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 do this, do that. There's a million different ways you can do network marketing, good, the bad, the ugly. So follow what you feel and what resonates with you and leave the rest. So like for me, like I'm not going to post every day. That doesn't feel good to me. So I'm not doing it. And I'm okay with that. Like I've really come to find that like I'm a turtle. I'm okay with being a turtle. But guess what? I'm going to keep walking. And like maybe it takes me 20 years to, and I don't want to retire my husband. One, I don't have one, so it's fine. And like, yes, I want to like do my own thing and have some time freedom. And like, I have aspirations and things I want to do, but I'll get there. But right now, I want to help my customers. I want more customers and I want more people to learn about CBD, but I will do it at my pace and then it's okay for the rest. And I think you really need to be okay with that. And they're going to tell you it's not okay and that they think that they are sweet baby Jesus, like follow me, do this, do that. And you're like, okay, it's not working. Yeah, because you're two different people. two different styles, two different energies, two different everything. So like just be true to you and just know like keep going. It'll happen.
I like that because I know as a projector, we tend to get absorbed into other people. And so we'll see them doing it that way. And you're like, oh, I could do that. And sounds like you're starting to realize, like, okay, no, this is what Beth wants to do and what feels good to Beth. And this is what feels good to the other people. And that is okay too. I feel like we're saying that a lot today. I was like, it's okay. Because
Yeah,
it really is.
it is. But it's hard because like that's not the message. And it's hard to have trust and faith in yourself, especially when you see 80 people doing it either 80 similar or 80 different ways. You're like, okay, well, which one do I go? Like they have the car, they're building the pool, they're retiring their husbands, jet setting wherever. Okay, but is that what you really want? Or do you want $400 to pay off your student loan, which is why I joined to begin with, right? Like I wanted to like expand my budget so I could pay off things quicker, so I could do things a little bit differently in the next 10 years. And so are you doing that? And are you doing it for you? Or are you doing it for outside sources? It's like what feels good to you. And it's okay to not do exactly what they say. It shouldn't be a cookie cutter business. The system is repetitive, but what you're putting out should not be repetitive of like other people. Yes, I think you should be repetitive because your information needs to hit like 17 times, but that's here nor there.
I think that message is so important for people to hear, anyone here, whether you're a projector or not, because there's so much pressure to do it the same way your upline has done it. And there's not joy in that if it doesn't feel right to you. But like you said, people are always going to make you think if you're not hitting these marks, oh, it's because you didn't do it the way I did. And that's just bullshit. I said it. It's explicit. We're okay. It just,
Yep.
it just is. Okay. So there's so much to unpack. Okay. So also I want to ask you, I mean, I just want to, okay. Why did you stick with Green Compass when things were falling apart in your life?
One, CBD helped me so much throughout that time. If I didn't have CBD, I wonder, I mean, it's okay to like reflect and look back, but I wonder if I would have gone like anxiety meds or done a different route. Therapy has helped tremendously, and I just feel better when I'm on there. I feel more focused. I feel it's not even like I don't feel anything. It's more the absence of feeling like I didn't feel as stressed out. For me, I like when I'm super stressed and anxious, I'm this low vibrating energy under the surface that's frantic. It's not like, oh, let's go, like whatever. It's like I've had 80 cups of coffee, espressos, and you're like, ooh, and it's not a good feeling. And CBD for me, that goes away. And I never had that before until like maybe 2 years prior to the pandemic. And so having that to go away and me to feel like me, okay, great. Having the support of people that I've met within the company and them being like checking in and just being real people. And a lot of them are moms and like going more natural paths and routes and like functional practitioners. And like, it was cool to like pick their brains and like meet people from like all different parts of the world. So like Montana, Iowa, stuff like that. Like, okay, cool. And I really do believe that CBD can help almost anyone. And so because it can help people, really because it helped me so much, Green Compass for me is doing things the right way. It's quality, it's USDA organic. It has like what's exactly in your gummy on like a QR code on your bottle. And like literally in that batch, not like, oh, this is February's batch. No, no, no. In this bottle, this is what is in your CBD, which is necessary because it's an unregulated industry.
Love that. I love that it's been there for you and and that the people were there for you too, because sometimes people find when they're not at the speed of everybody else because life is in the way, they're like, oh, they get left behind in the sense that their team just is like, kind of judges them for it, honestly.
Yeah, I think people, and I've felt that in the past. I was in a network marketing company before, and it was like that. And it's like, oh, if you're not doing it my way, kind of like before, like you're nothing, you didn't do it right. That like it works for everyone. Why didn't it work for you? And then you're like, oh, I'm the problem then. And like this community has been super a community, like really pulling together for individuals that was unexpected, but has been the coolest thing that I wasn't planning on. But it's nice being a woman past 40 to like meet new friends and have new people in her life, because especially like me traveling a lot, it's not the easiest.
For sure. So what's on the path of joy for Beth in 2023?
Holy cow. That's a good question. And like I said, we're going to take it month by month because I really want it to be fun. But next on my joy is going to be gelato, because I'll be going to Italy. So coffee and gelato and pizza and pasta. It's like eat, pray, love, but really just eat, and love.
Yum. Oh my gosh. I can't wait. I hope you're posting some of this on social so I can just eat through you, I guess.
Yes, for sure.
Best gelato in the world, like truly is in just go to each shop. We did. That's one time we went. We just were like, every time we see gelato stop, we have to stop and get it, and we did, and life was good. So I want to eat vicariously through you as well too.
Yeah, come along.
Hey, maybe I will stop by. So if you have any message, is there anything you want to get out to the network marketers of the world that are doing their thing, and maybe they're seeing some hard times right now? Things have changed. It feels wonky. What advice would you give them?
Give yourself grace. Take time as you need. Like you really have to fill yourself first before pouring into others, and even before going on social media. The biggest thing is like take it at your own pace and give yourself grace. It'll come. Believe in yourself, and it's okay to try different things, to be a little bit outside the beaten path, because then people can truly get to know you and see how rad you are.
Love it. Beth, thank you so much. You know, I love spending time with you. And like I said, it's been an honor to be on this journey with you. Journeys don't have to always be light and sunshine and rainbows. In fact, I don't know if that's even a real journey. That's Disneyland. But seeing how you've handled all of this with grace, and specifically giving yourself grace, has been, I think, a testament to everyone, and a reminder and a piece of inspiration. I know those who are listening to this podcast who are going through things, or they will be soon, will be able to lean on this as well too. So thank you so much.
Thanks y'all for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Beth.
Thanks. Have a great day.
So good. So good. Didn't that feel good? Did you feel more joyous?
It was a fun conversation. I'm like, joy. Yeah, I've been on a similar path. So I'm like, yes. It was just fun to hear that and relate, and good reminders in that episode.
Be on that journey for sure. Yes. What's going on with you behind the scenes?
I just got back from sunny Florida. So in the beginning, we said we were traveling. I really did travel. It was amazing. The weather was beautiful. Why do I live in Michigan?
I've asked you that like every day I see you.
Yeah, I asked myself that a lot, and here we are. So that's what's up with me. I'm now back in work mode. Took a glorious nap yesterday. I told my husband I was going to nap for 30 minutes, and I napped for 2.5.
You needed it. Projector needed her time back.
Yes, I needed my like post-vacation nap, I guess.
Love it. Yeah.
How about you? This has been a fun episode today. What are you doing?
Yeah, so I'm getting my hair done. It's done now. So I'm now actually like interloping in the hair salon. Carmen, who does my hair, is amazing. And so she got me in early because I was late in booking appointments, and she got me in. So here I am. also want to mention this past weekend, I was at a celebration of life ceremony. I don't remember if I sometimes I don't remember, Taryn, when we're talking and recording when we're not, but Scott's nephew had passed away from gastric or stomach cancer at 30, which is just horrible. We had a celebration of life service this week, and it was amazing to see, like, literally there were over 200 people there.
Wow.
And the stories people were telling about his life. Like, I hope that I'm 43, I might be 44 by the time this comes out. I hope that I've done like just half of what he did in his 30 years of just the people who came from far and wide to talk about how he helped them and touched them was like amazing. Amazing. So I just want to say, like, here's to you, Matt, and if you see a sunflower, that was his thing. He loves sunflowers, so think of him. Yeah,
I'm gonna look for it. I'll put on my sunflower earrings today.
Oh, I like that. That's awesome. All right. So with that, enjoy. See you next week.
See you guys next week. Bye-bye.